Yeah, yeah. I'm Rajeshwar. I'm an agriculture engineer with experience in farm machinery for 39 years. I am incredibly happy to introduce the progressive farming family, the couple, and owners of Vishwamata Farms, Mrs. Sujata and Mr. Koteswarrao from Ongole, Andhra Pradesh. Mr. Koteswarrao is a mechanical engineer with more than 36 years of professional experience in marine industry. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah. And he has worked as a chief engineer with reputed national and international organizations like Shipping Corporation of India, Barber Shipping Management, and Unique Shipping Hong Kong, and retired as the chief engineer of TK Shipping Australia. He is actively involved in organic farming and adoption of precision agriculture techniques since 2014 at Vishwamata Farms along with his life partner, Mrs. Sujata. Mrs. Sujata is an arts graduate and she is the owner of Viswamata Farms. She started an organic farming in 2013. She underwent training on ZBNA, Zero Budget Natural Farming, and she was trained by Sri Subhash Palekar, reputed Indian agriculturist. And she has been practicing and promoting ZBNA since 2015. As a seasoned agri-tech professionals, both of them are very actively engaged in developing, producing millets, pulses, vegetables, and fruits in their 40 acres farm. Mrs. Sujata has won many awards and recognitions for her contribution in promoting organic and natural farming. And she was the best woman farm, farmer award by Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. Also, Chandrababu Naidu in 2017, and she was facilitated in Agri-Tech seminar for best water conservation techniques in rain-fed irrigation. Uh, she was also facilitated with by Honorable Vice President of India, Sri Venkaiah Naidu, and Mr. Koteswarrao and Sujata are actively involved in promoting precision farming and precision agriculture, organic farming, and they are actively pursuing the new methods in their own farms. I welcome Sujata and Srimati Sujata and Koteswarrao Garu to share their experience to the audience. Thank you.
Good evening, sir. Thank you, Mr. Rajesh Kuchimanchi. Before we start, shall I start? Sir?
You have only one device. Have only one device. Echo will come otherwise.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, please go ahead fast if possible. We have very short time now. Please, yeah, try to.
Thank you, Dr. Syed Ismail, sir, for having given me an opportunity to share my knowledge and my wife's knowledge in the field of natural farming. And I thank Dr. Kuchimanchi for having introduced to this group. This is a very allied group. I'm a little nervous to speak in front of all these allied people. Namaskar to all the participants and speakers, sir. All the speakers, the spoken for me, the conservation agriculture, Mr. Mani, he spoke about the technology has got a more future in the coming 10 years. Just before going to my topic, I would like to briefly inform about where my farming is started. In 2013, we have taken a barren land. We are looking for which method to apply. That time we have seen many exhibitions. We know with the organic and the natural farming is the best method. We have adopted the zero budget natural farming. And recently, Government of Andhra Pradesh also introduced the PMDS method, which is including ZBNF. This is also linked with the United Nations FAO program of agroecology. So we are now doing a zero Andhra Pradesh community-based managed natural farming. This natural farming is also one of the sustainable agriculture practices. But mostly it is famous in Andhra Pradesh and Sikkim and Haryana, some parts of the Tamil Nadu. The Andhra Pradesh government is taking a big way. This natural farming simply say it is the low input, climate resilient farming system where you don't use chemical fertilizer, you don't use any pesticides, as we use locally available materials, cow dung, cow urine, and pulses, jaggery. This is a mixture. You make a biostimulant and using it. Also, use the
Sir, your
herbs.
slides are not changing. Just in case you want to, you are changing the slides.
Yes, sir.
You're on a first slide only, please.
Okay, sir. The slide is showing is the aerial view of the farm where it is started 2014. And the next is a recent one taken from it, the aerial view. The idea of showing this is aerial view. We are using a precision agriculture tools. You use the drone and taken this as a part of our precision agriculture tools in the farm. Next. So what contents? That's what I'm trying to. What we know about natural farming. I'm just talking about it. Natural farming plus this is the mainly the Bijamrutam use and Najivamrutam and mulching, crop spa, and the final one we added is 360 days pre-monsoon dry sowing system. This system is concept is drawing the water content from the atmosphere and giving it to the fields. This is very well popular nowadays in Andhra Pradesh. So the people are practicing, and my farm is also being practiced. This way, carbon sequestration is taking place. It is also one of the solutions for climate mitigation. We are taking part in that. I'm not dwelling about this problems of farmers and global scenario. Everybody knows about this, 2050, a million population and what actions to be taken. Many things, the natural universal principles we are talking about is the soil to be covered with these crops. 360 days, this is the main aim of this natural farming system we are following. And the minimal disturbance of the soil, this is being followed in our farm. We use that strip tillage for our crop seeding. Also, we use house integrated farming. This is the main input supplier for our cultivation. Also, we use diverse crops and trees in the farm. Diverse means crop rotation we do. We do intercropping and cover crops is the system we can follow. Biostimulants. Making is ingredients you use cow dung and jaggery. These are being mixed properly and applying on the fields before selecting our seeds or preparing the farms. And we do as seed selection of the desi seed. We have our own seed after previous harvest. We collect seeds. We use our seeds and we prepare our land minimum tillage. And we apply.
Mr. Kodiswarao, we are getting echo still with you. You've got two devices on nearby. Turn off the other device. Turn off the other device, please.
Yes, so we stop it. We stop with another is. So this is the natural farming with aids we are using. And intercropping is the one we are using. And also we made our plots, annual crops. We made a management zones. Each zone is 2 acres. We can control. We can making a bunds. We will prevent any flood water going out of the system. Other tools we are using in this precision agriculture is the tools we are using in our farm is GPS, the global precision device, and geographic information system, variable rate technology, crop monitoring by using a drone. We are also using auto. We are not using an auto steering system. Availability is limited and very expensive. Yield monitors, we don't have any monitors, but we are doing a crop cutting we are doing it. And the other one user using the remote sensing technology we're using. We are regularly getting our farms being monitored by the remote sensors. We get regular information and data.
Not hear you properly. Your audio is not clear. And please come to the main points. What do you want to say? Because we have a couple of minutes only. Because we have another speaker also waiting.
Tools we are using, the PA is a weather station also we are using in our farm. Report based on spatial and temporal. Can you hear me now, sir? Is it clear? Is it clear? Can you hear me?
Yeah, clear. Yeah.
The tools other
Go ahead.
weather station also we are using based on the spatial and temporal variation of the farm to take decision on our irrigation and spraying of precautions for handling of the pre-harvest and post-harvest operations. Use of our remote services, and we use also orbit satellites and local service provider from Farmonet, and compare these predictions using our weather station and take predictions in support system. Our other small PA tools we use in our farm is wetness gauges. The wetness gauges, the wetness gauges and a pH meter and the temperature sensors. Generally, we use during nursery time the amount of temperature, the value of the soil pH, and the wetness is to be observed, and accordingly we calculate. Other stations gives us predictions. We take a weather report from the remote sensor and also from the other service provider. We're comparing both reading with our local weather station and take a correct decision to avoid we conserve water. We postpone irrigation of the plants. Drones we are using for crop monitoring. We use drones for taking a picture. Sometimes with these pictures, we check the condition of the plant, any pest is there. Also, we use for counting the plants in the field. So we first thing after sowing, we also test our soil. We did a laboratory analysis using a GIS and the lab results. We develop soil digital maps, which helps us in knowing which area is fertile, which area is less fertile. Accordingly, we apply variable rate technology. Like generally, we don't have any implements to GPS. Normally, with the handheld GPS, we use that one and we see the areas where it is required fertilizer, where it is required. Based on that, we will be using this one. This picture is showing the superimposed on our whole field. NPK was made using our data. We also use solar power as a backup from the electrical system. We run our solar pumps, motors, so saving the energy, utilizing the natural power. We are also direct sowing. This is the land which is not been tilled, directly sowing the red plant. The idea is we have 30% increase in our output. 30% increase in output. Tools we use mostly adequately mechanized, mostly using mechanization because of the labor problem. Most of the items we are using here, but still we face these tools are not sufficient because most of the things are not specific. We are requesting this forum. I have come here to make a design. We will know about this farm agriculture. They can help us designing a small units which is help the farmers. Most important thing is nobody is interested in working with these mechanical things. Everybody wants a remotely operated things.
What is it? Sorry to interrupt. You have to conclude.
Yes, sir. The other thing is biodiversity also we were encouraging. We have left over 4 acres of land for biodiversity. You can see the birds dwelling, also the honeybees. This is the indication of the biodiversity. Also, we have an integrated farming system where we have a poultry and cattle. Cattle is mainly for our milk and for input for this natural farming. The final conclusion is our practice of natural farming integrated with the precision agricultural food here. We have a very good results. That is a low input and high output and healthy and nutritious food we are getting. We are able to do marketing and we are getting margins in our production. Also, at the same time, we environment-friendly crop management, improving our biodiversity. Definitely, the farmers' income will increase with the support of the government and NGOs, scientists, and engineers to support innovative technologies, training in new technologies, warehousing, supply chain, and marketing. We also respect the scientists, and engineers, research and innovations, and also farmers' traditions to encourage the younger generation to come into the field. And compared to this conventional agriculture practices and the sustainable agriculture practices, the figures are very low due to evidence-based data on showing a short term. In order to attract younger generation, more farmers towards sustainable agriculture, we need evidence-based.
Sorry for interruption. Sorry for interruption. Please conclude.
Sir.
Next speaker is
What we need is we need to focus on a site-specific implementation and machinery of a new technology, products like agri-boards, make available to the small and marginal farmers at an affordable price and at an affordable fees. This what we're trying to do is the natural farming is a very low input production and high yield, which is definitely helps the people and all the farmers, and we will get a good healthy food and the environmental friendly. It will not harm. It will improve biodiversity. What we need is the technology has to be incorporated with this natural or conservation technology or sustainable agriculture. More engineers to come forward, design site-specific. Thank you very much for the opportunity, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Kodisar Rao. I really appreciate the time taken. I'm very sorry to interrupt because we have two more speakers lined up. Actually, I would like to apologize to all the participants also. Please bear with me. This time we are going to exceed the time a little bit more because considering the farmers have come up prepared so much, I think it's the first time we are doing it. Next time we'll be careful not to exceed the time. So please bear with us for extra little bit minutes. So with these words, I would like to request Mr. Venkatraman to come and introduce very quickly the next speaker. Please, Mr. Venkatraman.
Yeah, good evening.
Mr.
Greetings from Venkatraman.
Mr. Kodiswaran, can you close the tops? Yeah.
Can you hear me? I'm not switching on the video.
Just 1 second. Yeah. Now you can. Yeah, please go ahead.
I'm
Go
Venkatraman.
ahead, quick.
Greetings from my side. I'm an agriculture engineer by qualification. Worked in the Department of Agriculture Engineering for about 2 years, and later on I was drawn to the banking sector, and I specialized in treasury. And finally, I retired from TCS during March 2020. Post that, I have come back to my native place with an intention to help the Delta farmers in some way or other. I have come across Mrs. Subhashini Sridhar, an agriculture graduate and an MBA, who has dedicated her entire service for the cause of working for an NGO. I'm